Now, I have actually spent a lot of times on both of these, and then when it came down to actually owning one, I chose the 252. And let me kind of like go over why I chose the 252 over the 242. So let's get into it now. Leave on that one. Okay, first off, let's throw the specs up. So from my knowledge, you know, I'm going on memory here. I did look at them, but the Firecracker 242 comes in at 7'11" as far as length, and this comes in at 8'3", and you can kind of see it right there. And the volume on these, this is 68, and that's 76, I think. So 76 gallons of volume and 68 gallons of volume, which, you know, volume means nothing. It's where the volume is. So the rocker on the 242 is 8.5, and on the 252, it's 10.5, 12.25, and then the bow on the 252 is 13.5. And I really like the rocker profile of the 252 over the 242. So now let me just kind of like go over the shape and tell you why I prefer this 252. Looking at your width here, what I like about the width of the 252, you see how wide that is, and then you look how wide that is. You probably got another inch of width, but where your real width is right up in here. Look at the difference of the width right up in here compared to this, and the volume. Look how thick that is. I don't know if it can kind of reflect in the camera so much, but there's a lot of volume in that 252 in that whole area, and the tail rocker comes up higher on the 252. I felt that it's just more balanced for me. Even though it's a bigger boat, it's just more balanced for me, and I love the way this bow performs. I put the 252 in kind of this new category that I'm calling the sport creeker category, which it looks like we're kind of getting a lot of boats around that. But really, I think it's a boat that kind of like, I can creek in it, I can play in it, big water, creeking, mank creeking, big water creeking. I can do everything in this 252 and be happy and comfortable all day. Outfitting, you know, obviously outfitting is exactly the same. And just like I did in my other video, once you kind of do the upgrade on this Piranha outfitting, it fits like a glove. This is really good outfitting once you kind of tinker with it and get it going really good. It's funny how far back the screws are. You know, I just noticed that. Look at where they put the screws here. It does look cleaner. Show you the overall shape. And the width on this is, I don't know if I mentioned the width, but it's 27.5, and this is 26. Definitely right in this area right here. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's roll them over and let's kind of compare the hulls. I've been paddling the 252 since I think around about maybe July, whenever they first started coming to the US, and I paddled the 242 for about a month, and I really liked the boat, but once I paddled it, I love the 252. And looking at it from the back here, you can definitely see the difference in height of that volume, how that volume comes down right there. You know, obviously the rails are exactly the same. It looks like there is no difference in the rail at all. It's just wider. But one thing I am noticing, look at your depth here. Yep. Yeah, look at that depth there compared to the depth there.
That's easily another, what, 2 inches?
At least. Look at that. That is crazy.
And it's wider.
Look how that rail is a little short. Well, Yeah, look how that rail's a little smoother and that's a little deeper, which wouldn't cause that much. But these, I think, are the same. They look about the same on these. They didn't go any extra depth there. The width up here is obviously wider on the width up here and the width right there. You can definitely tell mine's got a little more use.
Yes.
Yeah. I have been beating this thing to death, everybody. And this says a lot for Piranha's plastic. It's some of the best plastic out there. Piranha's nailed it. They've done a really good job on their resin. Their plastic is really good. But everybody, you've probably seen some of my videos. The 252 is one of my favorite boats. It's going to be hard to get me out of this boat because it's really like a little sporty creek boat to me. I can stern stall it, I can flat water stall it, I can splat it, but it's not like nothing like that. It's drastically different from that because of the way that volume is back here.
Here back, that's where I see the biggest difference in terms of, and again, it could be just a.
No, you could see it really when you go down here, and even the taper looks different. When you look at that taper, it's not as, this has a steeper taper where that's not. That taper's more vertical. When you look down, it's almost like another half a boat up there. Yes. Leave in the comments below which size you have, the 252 or 242, because I paddled both of them, and you've never paddled the 252.
I have not.
I'd like to get him in it and see his opinion of the 252.
If you twist my arm, I'll say yes.
There we go. So we got a lot of rain out here, so maybe we can get something soon on the water. But yeah, there it is, everybody. That's all I got today on the 252 versus the 242 Firecracker. See y'all in the next video. Bonus time. Check it out. Here's the Hot Whip next to the 252. Now the 252 is kind of dwarfing that Hot Whip just a little bit. So now you could see my preference towards the 252 over like both of these right here. Because to me, if I had to choose one boat out of these three, I'd go 252 all day long. And then the second one, I'd go Hot Whip, and then the third would be the 242. And it's not because of the design, it's because of the sizing, which changes the design for me anyway. Anything to add between these two now that you've seen them?
I think that this would probably be a little bit big for me. I still want to try it. We have 72 gallons.
I think this is, yeah, 72 gallons and 76. And it's all right here, it looks like to me.
Got it.
So yeah, there it is, buddy.
All right.